The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existence. Albert Einstein's words still echo through every laboratory and observatory today. Science prides itself on uncovering truth, but for all our progress, from splitting atoms to peering across galaxies, the universe continues to whisper riddles we cannot yet solve. An unsolved scientific mystery is more than a curiosity. It's a glitch in the code of reality, something we can observe, measure, and experience, but cannot yet explain. From strange humming in the deserts of New Mexico, to the very nature of human consciousness, these enigmas blur the line between the known and the unknowable. So, in this countdown, we dive deep into the 10 strangest unsolved mysteries in science. Each a reminder that even in the age of supercomputers and space telescopes, the universe still guards its secrets. Imagine living in a quiet desert town, yet hearing a deep, relentless hum that no one else can detect. That's the reality for a small fraction of residents in Taos, New Mexico, where for decades, people have reported a mysterious low-frequency buzz. Only about 2% of residents can hear it, described as a distant diesel engine or a pulsing whir. The sound has been recorded in the 30 to 80 Hz range, but no single source has ever been identified. Engineers, geologists, and physicists have all tried. Some blame industrial noise, others psychological suggestion. Yet the hum persists. Some hear it, some don't. And for science, that's the most unsettling part. It's real to those who hear it, but invisible to everyone else. It sounds absurd, but under certain conditions, hot water freezes faster than cold water. Discovered accidentally by a Tanzanian student named Erasto Mpemba in the 1960s, this effect defies what every physics class teaches. Aristotle and Descartes noticed it too, centuries earlier. But even now, no single explanation fits every case. Some say it's evaporation, reducing volume. Others blame supercooling, convection currents, or even gas solubility. Scientists can recreate the effect, but not consistently. It's as if water itself occasionally ignores the rules. A quiet reminder that even our simplest substance hides strange behavior. On June 30, 1908, a blinding flash ripped across Siberia. Moments later, an explosion flattened 2,000 square kilometers of forest, the equivalent of a modern nuclear blast. Trees fell in a butterfly pattern, 80 million of them, yet no impact crater was ever found. The leading theory says it was a space rock or comet that exploded mid-air, releasing energy equivalent to 15 megatons of TNT. But there were no fragments, no meteorite remains, just scorched trees and silence. More than a century later, the Earth still bears the wound, and the mystery of an explosion that came from nowhere. A thunderstorm. Lightning cracks, and suddenly, a glowing orb of light drifts across the sky like a ghost. This is ball lightning, a phenomenon so rare and unpredictable that for centuries, scientists dismissed it as legend. Now we know it's real, but we still don't know what it is. Some think it's vaporized silicon from the soil, glowing as it recombines with oxygen. Others think it's microwave plasma, trapped inside an invisible electromagnetic bubble. In 2012, scientists in China finally recorded one, detecting silicon, iron, and calcium in its light spectrum. But even with data, it remains a mystery. Ball lightning flickers on the edge between myth and science, a literal spark of the unknown. Here's the strangest medical miracle of all. Sometimes, you can get better simply because you believe you're being treated. Give a patient a sugar pill but tell them it's medicine, and 1 in 3 will improve. That's the placebo effect. Proof that the mind can trigger real, measurable healing. Brain scans show that believing in treatment releases endorphins and dopamine, mimicking the effects of real drugs. In World War II, medics even used saline instead of morphine when supplies ran out, and soldiers still felt pain relief. Science can describe what happens in the brain, but not why belief has such power. It's the intersection of biology and psychology, where thought itself becomes medicine. Before DNA, before cells, before life, there was only chemistry. So how did lifeless molecules assemble themselves into something that could breathe, reproduce, and evolve? That's the question of abiogenesis, one of the deepest mysteries in science. Some say life began in deep-sea vents, powered by volcanic heat. Others say it came from comets or asteroids, carrying the building blocks of biology from space. The famous Miller-Urey experiment in 1953 proved that amino acids, the foundations of protein, could form spontaneously under early Earth conditions. But no one knows how those molecules crossed the line into life. Somewhere, chemistry became consciousness, and we still don't know where that line is drawn. Everything you can see, stars, planets, galaxies, makes up just 5% of the universe. The other 95%? It's invisible, mysterious, and completely unknown. Dark matter holds galaxies together with unseen gravity. Dark energy pushes them apart, accelerating the universe's expansion. Together, they make up nearly all of reality, yet we've never directly detected either. We see their fingerprints in galactic motion and cosmic radiation, but we don't know what they are. Particles? Fields? Something beyond physics itself? When scientists say dark, what they really mean is, we don't know. Black holes shouldn't exist, at least not the way we understand them. If information cannot be destroyed, as quantum theory insists, then what happens to the information swallowed by a black hole? According to relativity, it's lost forever. According to quantum mechanics, that's impossible. This contradiction is the information paradox, a war between our two greatest theories. Some scientists believe the answer lies in the holographic principle, that all the information is somehow encoded on the event horizon. Others propose firewalls that destroy everything falling in. Either way, something fundamental in our understanding of reality is broken, and the fix may change physics forever. Einstein dreamed of it. Hawking searched for it. Physicists still chase it today. The theory of everything. A single equation to unite all forces of nature. Right now, physics is divided. General relativity explains gravity and the cosmos, while quantum mechanics explains the tiny world of particles. But when we combine them, at black hole cores or the Big Bang, the math collapses. String theory says particles are vibrating strings. Loop quantum gravity says space itself is made of tiny loops. Both could be true, or both could be wrong. Until we reconcile the large with the small, we'll never truly understand the fabric of reality itself. And now, the greatest mystery of all, you. How does a lump of flesh and neurons inside your skull produce thought, emotion, and awareness? Why can you feel joy, fear, or pain rather than just process data like a machine? Philosopher David Chalmers called it the hard problem of consciousness. Is consciousness just an illusion created by the brain? Or is it fundamental, a property of the universe itself like space or time? Materialists say it's neurons firing. Panpsychists say even atoms might have a spark of awareness. We can map every neuron, but we still can't explain experience. Knowing how you see red is not the same as feeling red. Consciousness may be the most intimate and unexplainable phenomenon we'll ever face. The universe looking back at itself. From the whispering hum of the earth to the vast silence of dark energy, these 10 mysteries remind us that science is not the end of wonder, it's the beginning. For every law we discover, the universe presents a new riddle. And maybe that's the point. The unanswered questions, from the birth of life to the birth of thought, are what keep us looking upward, inward, and beyond. Because as Einstein said, the most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and all science.